The X-Men, The Last Stand. Here they are. It's Halle Berry and Hugh Jackman, ladies and gentlemen.
People sing around, let people gather around, let people jump around. Get your freak on, get your freak on, get your freak on.
Good enough to eat. Thanks for that. You sit there near me, Hugh. Great to see you again.
How are you?
Mr. Hugh Jackman, ladies and gentlemen. What are you doing down there? Feeling for the... Well, nothing wrong with that.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
You don't see much of that in LA. How lovely to have you here. How great to have you on the show together. Thank you for coming on, Hugh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Halle.
Thank you. It's my first time. This is exciting.
It is your first time? Let's hope it's not your last now. Look at that. One of the most beautiful women in the world. One of the most ruggedly handsome men, and Hugh Jackman as well. On the chair. I know you two are both in relationships with separate people, but blimey, you'd have great-looking kids, wouldn't you? Imagine that.
We gave them up.
They'd be unstoppable. They'd be an unstoppable force of nature.
No, it kind of
Hey
might
now.
happen. No. I have a son who's 6, who's kind of dating Halle.
Oh, yeah.
So once removed, there could be sort of Jackman.
She'd have to
Berry
wait
children.
at least 5 or 7 years, I would have thought, for him to mature.
5?
So he has a crush on Halle, does he?
A huge crush. I'm not joking.
Tell the truth. He dumped me.
Well, OK, he had.
He recently dumped
did.
me.
Oh, you were dumped by a
I've been
6-year-old?
dumped by them all. He dumped me.
What
what
a
happened
terrible
was-
blow to a woman's confidence that must be.
Halle is like, my son is in awe of Halle, and then we go to this party, which is actually for my daughter's christening, like a baby shower. And Halle doesn't have her Storm wig on, and my son sees Halle with her real hair.
So he likes you with the white wig?
Yeah, he comes up to me and he's like, Dad, I can't get used to the hair. In fact, I'll never get used to the hair. And I said, what do you mean? She's not your girlfriend anymore. She said, she'll never be my girlfriend.
Oh.
And I said, Oscar, you're going to so regret that. Just back off a little.
But, you know what? I don't think that you're short of a few offers, Halle. I think, you know, it's not like there aren't men, I would imagine, lining up drooling. You know, I almost bit you once. Do you know this? Seriously,
Really?
I almost bit you once.
Really?
OK, I'll tell you this story. I shouldn't tell you. It doesn't show me in a very good light. I was at the Cable Ace Awards in LA many years ago.
Oh, God.
And you were there, and I'd been drinking quite heavily. And I was wearing a kilt. What do you mean?
I remember.
Oh, please tell me you don't. But I was sure you would not remember.
I remember something like pink.
I was looking
I
somewhat
remember.
heavier back then. And I
Well,
think
you
I'd
didn't
also...
have the girdle on there.
No, I was just about
I mean,
a
your
stone
thing on.
heavier because I was boozing all the time, and I think I put some mascara on thinking that would distract him from the stomach and the kilt. But you were standing at the free bar, and I was standing behind you, and I focused on some peachy skin. And I thought, wow, Halle Berry's looking pretty fine. If I bit her, what would be the worst thing that happened? And I really had to wrestle with my conscience. And then you turn round and, oh, and you look kind of like horrified, because I think I was looming. So I apologise.
Too bad. You should have had a go.
Should I have a bite?
You should have had a go.
Okay, let's have a bite now. And you know what? Tastes good too.
That wasn't
Come on,
bad.
Hugh, come on, let's have a bit of Wolverine. Ooh, there you go. You don't get that on every other show.
No, that was nice.
Christ.
That's nice. That's pretty
I'll
nice.
have me jab straight afterwards. I apologise, though. But you must be used to that effect, both of you, because you're both, you know, very attractive human beings. And it must be kind of weird, I would have thought, sometimes dealing with other people's reactions to you, whether it's based on the reality or what they've seen in the movies.
I've actually been bitten on the arse.
Hold on, no one asked you.
No.
Hugh. Come on, showing off about the bite marks you got on your backside. Typical Australian behaviour.
I was on stage on Broadway, and in the middle of the show, I used to stop the show and like talk to the audience. In the middle of the show, I hear this. I was like, so I stopped the show. I said, "What? I want to bite you on the ass." And thinking, okay, someone's all drunk, you know, whatever, you know. I said, all right, then come on up here. Thinking they wouldn't. Well, in about 3 seconds flat, this woman comes up from the back, up to the front, like that. And I thought, well, she's not going to go through with it, so I hang it out over the orchestra pit, over to the side.
You only have yourself to blame.
Well, anyway, she took a little chunk.
Quite a big bite.
I got to tell you, it hurt. She really had a go.
Drew blood?
I thought, you know, it was a little moment in front of the audience, they're going to think it's funny. She just went for it.
Did you get remotely or even a tiny bit aroused?
No.
No, of course. Why would you? I don't know why I even asked that. Who would? Who would? What a stupid question. OK, I'm delighted there's another X-Men movie. I've seen it, it's great fun. And I'm pleased to say they've given all the characters a little bit more meat, a little bit more character, in fact, particularly Storm.
Storm finally got a personality.
Yeah, which was, she was great in the other movies. It was great to see her, and you look terrific in the outfit, but finally you get something to say and something to do.
This time I was really happy. You know, the first two movies, I liked Storm, but she was more the Earth Mother, taking care of the children. But in the comic book, Storm was like an African goddess. She was a leader of a country and was really powerful, and she flew like with her cape, you know, not the airplane. So this time it's the first time I really felt like an X-Man.
Well, she's closest to the character in the comic books, you're right, but also, you know, it gives you a chance to actually show off a bit more acting range than the previous ones, which, once again, you were very good in, but here you actually get to emote a little bit, and I would have thought it would be that... I'm just... Sorry, I'm looking at your breast.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it.
If you have them out on the shelf, we're going to have a look.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
30 seconds more and you'd have finished me right off. You've only got yourself to blame then, woman.
I wanted to do that.
I'm close and I was just watching.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm storing that up for the weekend. What was I even saying? I had a question somewhere for you and now it's completely gone due to this ridiculous coming on to me that you're doing here. It's shocking. What are we talking about?
Well, I'm feeling left out. I don't know about you.
Well, you can off as far as I'm concerned. OK, let's talk about... No, come on, I'm sorry, please, Hugh, please, please. Please, Hugh, please. Come on. Please come back. Hugh, please. I'm sorry, I'm upsetting. There you go. For me, I thought we had a new piano. Now, the Wolverine character, they're going to spin off into his own series. Is that right? There's going to be a separate movie for Wolverine? Yeah,
well, my company and Fox are sort of developing that, so we're going to hopefully get that going.
Well, he's a great... I mean, he's one of the most popular X-Men. I mean, Storm, of course, is as well.
He is the most popular.
Do you think so?
Absolutely.
Well, from the comic book, he's always been very popular, but look, I think I love playing him, and the fans seem to like him. I'm lucky, because if they didn't, they would literally spit on me, because the fans are passionate.
Well, the fanboys are very kind of like very vocal as well, aren't they? When they know a movie's being made, they come out in force, and they often rubbish it before they've given it a chance. And presumably they've okayed both of you. They're happy that you're both in these roles.
They like us this time, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, they're tough. You know, I remember when we made the first one, we would look on the internet and see what the real hardcore fans had to say. I mean, they can be really... They love these characters, and man, after the second Storm, I would go outside after the second movie, and they would just like let me have it.
So they didn't like the second film?
They liked the film, but they didn't like Storm in it.
Why not? Because
they thought, you've sold out. Storm is more powerful. She's a warrior. You're just a wimp in the movie. Why do you let them do you like that? As if I have any power. Like, they're really vocal, and they love these characters so much. And they took it out on me. I felt it.
I mean, the fans, I have to say, they're unbelievable. I mean, we were at Mexico City last night. We were doing a premiere, and they're dressed up in the whole outfits. And
well, we've all got superhero costumes at home. I mean,
what's yours, mate?
I've got a few. Seriously, I have.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Now listen. It's just because I had a corset on. All right. I've got a Spider-Man outfit. I've got an Incredibles outfit. Stop! Are you laughing at me or with me?
With you.
All right. Before we move on from X-Men, you know, I think these are the newest toys. Do you get any say in the toys? Because they kind of... This looks more like the comic book Wolverine than the film Wolverine, I think, there, his face.
Yeah, that's more
There was some that... I've got one of you which really looks like you.
Really?
And we've got a Storm one here, and once again, this is more like the comic book Storm, I think, than you here.
See, that's what my boy likes.
Yeah, look at that. Would you care to play with yourselves?
Play with
I want to play with this one.
I don't blame you. Do you get any say over that kind of thing, the merchandising? Do they consult you guys?
I don't really... I don't want it to look too like me. It's kind of a little freaky. Well, you know, people put in the freezer, stick pins in it, all that kind of stuff, you know. But the best bit of merchandise was on the first one they did a blow-up punching bag, you know, those old things down, put a bit of water, and they did it of Wolverine. So of course I gave it to my son, and I thought, this is like going to save me thousands of pounds in therapy right here, you know.
Take it out on Dave.
Absolutely. I wish I had one of my own, but anyway, that was good.
I love the movie. It's great. I hope they make some more. And I don't know if they've got a fourth one planned. They're calling it The Last Stand, so maybe not.
You know.
Well, I think the fans will dictate. You know, Hugh and I disagree on this.
Yeah.
He thinks this is it. I think if the fans go out and really support this movie and say that they love it and they tell a friend to go see it and the box office reflects that they love it, I'm sure Fox would be happy to make another one.
If a movie's making money, they normally
I mean,
go back
they're
and make
not
another one.
idiots, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some other movies you made separately. I'll start with you, Halle, if I may. But please, don't wander off in a huff, Hugh. Okay. I've seen you in any number of fine films. Monsters Ball, of course, was just an incredible film. And what a remarkable performance. I mean, genuinely. And for me, at least, I don't know about other people, but it kind of came out of left field because I didn't expect anything. I didn't know much about it. And then suddenly this film came in. It was so sort of like powerful and moving and unforgettable. What an achievement.
Thank you.
You must have known when you were making it this was something special. You must have felt.
No, you want to know the truth? I thought this was a movie that could very well end my career. It was a low budget movie. I got nothing to do it, and I had this love scene with all this nudity, and I really thought, oh my God, if
It's a very passionate but very kind of explicit
very
scene.
explicit, and I thought if people don't get it, you know, this will be bad.
Yeah, brave of you, and it paid off, of course, because that's the film you got the Oscar for.
Yeah.
The winning the Oscar must have been, I would have thought, unexpected in that no one expects to win something when they turn up.
Especially me.
Yeah, well, did you really think so?
Oh yeah, I thought I was the underdog. I thought for sure, you know. I never expected that. I actually thought Sissy Spacek was going to win. And I had prepared for that, and I was happy that I was even there and I'd come that far. So I was in utter... All I remember was Russell Crowe. I don't remember going up there. I don't remember my speech. I remember Russell Crowe looking at me saying, "Just breathe, mate. Just breathe, mate." That's all I remember, is his face. Nothing else about the whole...
What a terrifying memory to have of the event. I would have thought, if you want to take something away, not that, but you can't choose. Of course, you haven't won any big awards, Hugh, so...
Yeah!
I'd like to bring you in here, but really it would seem unkind.
Hey, I got one of these.
I'm joking. But, after the event, do you find that suddenly you get all sorts of a different calibre of offer coming your way, or does it not really immediately have an impact on your career?
You know, it does and it doesn't. I made a very clear decision right after that. You know what? It's a wonder that I have this, and I'm not going to change the way I've done my career. So, you know, I've gotten better offers, but I still have wanted to do fun things. You know, I did a little movie called Catwoman.
Now, Catwoman...
That you all panned in this country. Thank you very much. But anyway, I'm over it.
No, but you know what?
But I loved making that movie.
Okay,
I really
well,
loved it.
It wasn't the best comic book film. It was, but it wasn't the worst by far.
It wasn't the worst.
No, and my daughter loves it, and I think she likes seeing
Women
you as a
do.
strong character, and it's
Women
a fun...
love that, which is why I did it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take risks, and so after an Oscar, I never want to stop taking risks and chances like that. I still want to have fun.
You know what shows you in a tremendously good light, I think, is that obviously you turned up for your Oscar, but you also turned up, you were awarded for your role in Catwoman a Razzie, which is the award for the single worst performance on screen that year. Now, I think it's unfair they gave it to that, because it really wasn't the worst performance, but the fact that you turned up to accept it really shows you in a good light. Let's have a look at the clip.
Worst actress, Halle Berry for Catwoman.
So much. I never in my life thought I would be up here. And no, I don't have to give this back. It's got my name on it. But wow, you know, I've got so many people to thank, because you don't win a Razzie without a lot of help from a lot of people.
Why did you do that? Because obviously that's something which most people, especially in your line of work, would not acknowledge.
Well, I just wanted to take the piss out on them because they were taking it out on me. And I'm able to laugh at myself, you know? And it was probably the best thing I could have done, because honestly, I had a real moment. As wonderful as it was to be at the Oscars, when I walked out, nobody thought I would show up. So when I showed up, the applause I got and the appreciation for being there was so tremendous. In that moment, I thought, this was a wonderful thing.
It's probably kind of meant in an endearing way as well. It's not an out-and-out mean thing. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's a fun thing. So I guess it wasn't meant that way.
It was good.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk to you in a minute about
But
some
still,
of the
they're
other
all I mean...
Yeah, come on! That's a fun.
I feel so good being able to say that word. Because we
together.
can't say that at home, but I can say... I love it. I love it.
We'll do an edit there, probably. Yes, I too have read Nietzsche. Hugh, but congratulations again. I think I always liked you on screen, but it really made me feel like, as a person, not that I know you, but I thought there's someone who I'm sure I would like, and I think most people felt that way.
Thank you.
It was a great thing to do. Congratulations. It was, nice. Hugh, we were talking about Halle's career and the way she makes choices. What I admire about you, and it's quite interesting, is that obviously you have a movie career going great guns, but you obviously love doing stage work, and you seem to love musicals. I know you've just done one in New York a little while back, and that was a pretty big hit for you as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it went well. I don't plan things that much, but when I studied in the theatre, and to be honest, musicals was the last thing I thought I'd do. I studied sort of like straight theatre, and then there was musical theatre down the road, and so I did the straight theatre because I love musicals, and I've had a great opportunity. I've worked here in London.
And you've got a great singing voice, haven't you?
I do all right, but I don't think it's great, but I do okay.
Halle, can you sing? Have you ever done a musical?
Oh, God, no.
She can sing.
Want me to clear out this auditorium?
Ideally, then we can really get amongst it. Just the three of us. Come on, Halle, give us a burst. Give us a burst.
No, I'm stuck. I cannot sing. You're naughty.
We're trying not to be. Now, Hugh, your next movie is going to be, and this is exciting news, not just that you're in another film, of course, but wow, I can't believe who you're starring with in this, or who's one of the characters in it. You're working with David Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah.
In a movie called Prestige?
The Prestige, which is directed by Chris Nolan, who did Memento and Batman.
Great director.
Christian Bale and Michael Caine, Scarlett Johansson and Bowie. Wow. So,
well, now that is a tremendous cast, isn't it?
Wow.
I was very lucky. I loved the film, and the thing is, he's unbelievably nice, like disarmingly nice. And so I got to know him pretty well, and after a few days I told him a story, which is true, that when I was 13, it was 1981, he toured to Australia, and I saved up all my money to go to his concert. I remember it was $20, which for me was a lot of money. That was probably like 6 months of saving.
Wow.
And the morning, I was so excited, I go to school in a recess, couldn't get a ticket for Bowie in 1981. This kid goes, "You got a ticket for Bowie?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll give you $50. And I said, "Great." So I took and I stupidly told him. And I thought, I was 13, and he kind of looked at me like, "So you're in this for the money then, are you, mate?"
Thank you so much for coming. Good luck with the X-Men movie. I'm sure with it. And good luck in both your careers. You're both tremendous actors, and I thank you so much for being here this evening.
Good to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Jackman and Halle Berry. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Halle, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Great to see you. Thank you.
Can I take this?
You have it. I'll send you some over. Fabulous guest.